So this is
Y'all gotta forgive me. I got the sniffle, so I'm blowing my nose. I keep
yeah.
muting myself.
This
So y'all
is
hear.
this is this is what Al Sharpton's doing.
Al says Trump foes must what? Mobilize plans DC rally on inauguration. I don't know. What's going to cause so?
Yo,
But listen, listen.
what is wrong with you, Al? What is wrong?
But what's going to happen is, first off, we've said during January after January 6th, if those were black people on them steps, there would have been a whole lot of black people killed. Mobilizing black people in DC on inauguration, the Republicans, the all their Proud Boy people and all that other stuff, they're gonna be ready for that. And there's gonna be some kind of clash. It's going to be
No.
even if Democrats, black people come out there and mean peace, it's not gonna be peaceful.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. That's what he wants to happen. That's what he wants to happen. Because they have to continue this racist trope. They have to continue that it's all about race. They have to continue that because that's how they make their money.
Well, this is a racist country and you can
No,
prove
no,
that.
no, no, no.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
no, no, no. Wait.
But you
No,
can
no.
prove that without putting the black people in danger
Listen.
and DC that.
We understand. See, enough is enough. We understand race plays a role in some of that, and some of that is black people's fault because we are not. We are dependent. We are not independent. We're dependent on everything the white man does. That's our fault. That's our fault. And you know I said it. The white man disappeared tomorrow. The black man and woman won't have shit. Because they own everything. We don't own nothing. So they could be racist with their stuff. If we owned airline companies, or we own hotels, I'm talking about national. I'm not talking a little hotel there and here and there for some of y'all silly Negroes that's watching. I'm talking about Hiltons and Marriott's, which we could have, but we rather go to the white man stuff. We rather go to theirs instead of support our own.
Way before the election, black people with money were killing themselves to go to Trump hotels.
Exactly.
Mentioning he was mentioned more. He was mentioned more. His
Exactly.
name dropped in every. How many name drops he received in hip
Exactly.
hop records.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, we can't continue this because it gets us nowhere, bro. It
So
gets us nowhere, and the only people that get paid is motherfuckers like Al Sharpton.
so as I always try to do.
And I love you to death, Al, but you shouldn't ignite nothing like that.
So as I always try to do, we talked about what the problem is. What's the solution?
The solution is our unity and faith. But we barely got faith if we actually read the Bible. And we damn sure ain't got no unity because we don't support each other on a national level. We still look for the government to take care of ourselves. Black churches, and I said it, I'm going to keep saying it. $11 billion they generate every year. We spend almost $2 trillion. We don't need anybody. We just need our faith and our unity, but it's never going to happen on a large scale.
What publication is that you're showing us?
I don't know. I got that off of Al Sharpton's Twitter
Oh,
page.
oh.
He posted it.
No, I know. I just always refer to like
It's
what it
probably the Daily News. It looks like the Daily News.
look like a magazine as opposed to a newspaper.
But I think it's a bad idea. I think you're putting black people in danger. I think you're creating a narrative that we don't need at this point. The the man ain't even been there. The man they planning this, and he ain't even been there a year. Now I can see if he was doing all the bad things y'all said he did, he didn't even get in yet. What are you marching for? What are you marching for? See, they say Trump was a threat to democracy. He
So
got the popular vote and he won the election. Uh-oh, I froze.
yeah, you was doing that a little bit, a few times during this whole thing. Okay, we lost Damon. Here, I guess he's gonna come back in. We lost Damon. He's offline. He's trying to get back in. He's trying to get back in. Okay, he's off. Now we're gonna wait for him to come back in. Well, everybody, you watching Black Westchester Presents the People Before Politics radio show, episode 416, celebrating 10 years of giving you the news with the black point of view and real talk
Can
for the
you hear
people.
me?
Yes, we can. You are connected. Yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was getting the mic. The mic was getting hot.
Well, I don't know, but you were, there was a few times when you were talking that
Yeah,
you
I
were
saw that it
yeah,
froze. I don't know,
yeah.
man. I'm still trying to figure what's going on. I think I got to update my whatchamacallit.
I thought it was just on my end that you were freezing and because nobody said nothing, so I
Yeah.
just it was just my end. But
But as I was saying, man, and we're gonna get up, we're gonna close it out. It's almost 8 o'clock. As I was saying, man, Al, don't do that. It's not a good look. You shouldn't do it. You really shouldn't do it.
when is this calling for to do it?
Inauguration day.
Oh, okay. Because I got something. He was planning something for yesterday.
No, this is inauguration day. Like, really, dude? We won't go back. Go back to what? Wait till something happens. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. We're just continuing the narrative. You democracy worked. At the end of the day, we say it. I don't care if people don't like it. It is what it is. But now we're marching. We're marching for what? Because he won? See, I know racism exists, but I also know being someone who worked with families that was killed by police and where racism sells. Racism sells. And to have a march on inauguration day talking about we're not going back on, no, that's selling racism. I don't care if y'all like it, if y'all don't like what I say or not. Because I could put up my career in fighting against racism and fighting for civil rights against the best of them. But that let me put this back up because I don't think y'all understand.
Yo, Trump ain't no joke. So Nikki Haley, I just want to read this real quick. Nikki Haley, in the span of a few months, she rapidly changed the heart, had a rapid change of heart, moving saying the former president was unfit for office to accusing him of demeaning service member to endorsing him on stage at the Republican National Committee. Um, Even after playing nice, she's been publicly snubbed by Donald Trump in a post which stated that she and the former Secretary of State Pompeo will be excluded from his second administration.
No,
So
and which is well, I don't know about Haley, but I thought it was good that he didn't put Pompey.
right, but I'm just saying Haley was like his last rival and was going at him, and she went from going after him, calling him unfit, to eventually endorsing him on the RNC convention. And he was like, "Oh, you're not welcome in my next."
Well, that's how politics work.
Yeah,
I mean, but this, what y'all seeing here, this is not good. This is not good. Wait, give the man a year. Only thing he's doing is fueling the fire of the nonsense, and we're going to be talking about this nonsense for the next 4 years. You know why? Racism sells. It sells.
hi, Leah Nelson. I agree. Do not march on DC on Inauguration Day. It sounds too dangerous. Shout out to Leah Nelson, a diehard supporter and listener to people.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And black people shouldn't go. Don't put yourself out there in danger. And you know how they're going to spin it. They're going to spin it on black folks. I can guarantee tell you that. Racism is alive, but there are those that make money off of racism.
Protest profiteers.
And this right here, and I love you, Al, but you're wrong. You're wrong. If you want to march, why don't you march up to Albany? Tell them they get to get New York right. Why don't you march in Mount Vernon? The city needs help. Hell, you going all the way down to D.C. and we couldn't even get you into Westchester for Kenneth Chamberlain shooting. This sells. Now, I hope some of y'all see this stuff sells. They pimp this stuff.
Reverend Al Sharpton on Saturday called for organizing like never before in the wake of Donald Trump's reelection, beginning with a rally in D.C. on Inauguration Day, which will fall on Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day. While they are on one side of Washington swearing in Trump, we need to be in Washington saying that we're going to keep the dream alive. Sharpton told the crowd of supporters at the National Action Network headquarters in Harlem, we need to mobilize and organize like we never did before. I want them to be able to see that thousands of us are not broken and are not going to back up. Um, we're not going to back up from what Dr. King stood for. We are not going to let anybody turn it around. Sharpton said, adding that the protests will be nonviolent, unlike the 2021 insurrection on the Capitol, noting that Republicans' control of the Senate and possible control of the House. He said the country is entering a new age that will challenge and in many ways harm our communities.
First of all, Dr. Martin Luther King wouldn't march on an inauguration day. That's number two. Number one. Number two, Dr. Martin Luther King would have sat down and met with Trump and gave demands. And then if he did not come to those demands, then he would march. Then he would march. Because then he had a reason to march. Negro, what's your reason?
He was and he kept meeting with Lyndon B. Johnson, and he kept in the heat of the civil rights when there was marching and rioting and all that other stuff going on, making demands, and he was like, "Yo, you got to give me something. I can't go back and calm people down with nothing." And he kept meeting with him until he got what he got. You know what I'm saying? So, and also we talk about marching that they did in the 60s. There was a time when they didn't have social media. Marching was one of the major ways of getting the message out. They didn't have social media. They didn't have the podcasts and all the things we have now. Um, what Leah said, you're right. I think we got to concentrate on New York State, and we have to protect New York from MAGA, get qualified immunity ended in our state.
Right.
So,
But
so,
if you but if you keep but if you keep taking the focus off the real fight, you'll never get the fight done.
and that's why I said we, the people, have the power on our local level, which is our city municipalities, going to our county, and then moving up to state.
Black Westchester Magazine's People Before Politics show. Please like and share. Join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. It's the news with the Black point of view.